Hi guys, a long-awaited video, Asura Mirror, 350 plus EK. This spawn you can start around level 300, 350, but it gets gradually easier and gradually better up until about level 500, 550, at which point you kind of top out the respawn and then you're not really going to be getting any more. Anyway, let's get into the breakdown. Experience 10 out of 10, probably one of the best spawns for paladins and knights solo. Absolutely amazing experience for the difficulty. Loot is pretty good as well, around 8 out of 10. Spawn difficulty, this 7 out of 10 by the way is for a level 350. It gets much easier as you get higher levels. Around level 500 it's like a 2 out of 10. It gets much easier with levels. Optimization difficulty, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10 because you need to lure away True Asuras, and you kind of have to be pulling the monsters from one pull to the other to really maximize the respawn. Access difficulty is 4 out of 10. It's pretty easy. You need a couple of Asura Palace quests to do. Popularity, unfortunately, 10 out of 10. It's probably the most popular spot in the whole game. At least for me, it's the hardest one to ever be able to get. So yeah, pretty tough from that perspective, and it can be effectively hunted by almost everybody. Knight, solo, paladin, solo, duo, yes. Full team hunt, yes. Druid, sorcerer, I haven't tried. Probably not great with the mana drain, but also probably doable on high enough level. And yeah, other note, you do need to pull away the True Asuras. I'm not going to be showing that in the video. Itexo has a video on this from years ago. That's the one I used to do it, so I will link that in the description below so you know how to do it, but it won't be part of my video. No need to duplicate content that's already there on YouTube. So let's get into the results. Now, let me preface this as well to say that I recorded the video where these results are from over a year ago. I have this saved for over a year ago before I retired. Before my son was born, and I figured I could just reuse it now a year later. When I recorded it, there was no concept of raw experience, unfortunately, so all I have is the XP per hour, which was on 150%. Nevertheless, we can deduce from that the raw experience you can get at Asura Mirror at this 400, 500 level is around 5.7 million, which is about 8.5 million on 150%. And the loot, as you can see, is more or less about 800k per hour. And like I was saying, this will get gradually better as you get higher levels. I think around 6 million raw is near the upper limits of what the respawn can sustain. It can't get much more than that. With regards to bestiary, again, because I recorded this a year ago, I don't actually have the data from back then, but I think it's about 3 to 4 hours for midnight Asuras and Hellspawns, and about 8 hours for Dawnfires. But in any case, no one's really going here for bestiary, so I don't think this is super important. Moving on. Requirements, I do recommend at least level 350 for solo. You need the Asura Palace quest where you kill Flame and Orchid. And you also need either an energy ice or physical weapon. Now, technically, the best element I think is energy. However, from my experience at level 350, the most important thing was that I have 3 imbuement slots. I really needed double void, double vampirism, and crit. So I was using the soul weapon at level 400. Pre-400, I would have been using the destruction weapon. So yeah, I think the best in slot in general is always the two-handed soul weapon. So if you're in club, use the energy one. If you're in sword or axe, I would use the ice one. If you don't have the soul weapon, then probably your two-handed destruction weapon. I don't think it's a big deal to be using an ice weapon and avoid the Asuras, because the results I shared in the previous slide are from using an ice weapon where I was skipping the Asuras. I don't think it really impacts the experience that much. You gain a little bit more experience by killing the Asuras, but you lose a little bit of efficiency by slowing down having to kill them. Overall, from my perspective, it evens out, so I don't think there's any need to be killing the ice Asuras, unless you're going for the bestiary, of course. And you will need a Dwarven Ring because they do make you drunk, so don't forget that. For recommended imbuements, I just suggest all of the standard ones as always, and I would also recommend the Death Protection around level 350. Once you get higher level, you probably won't be needing Death Protection imbuement. But yes, if you look at the damage breakdown, we're looking at 62% physical, 20% death, and then 5-6% of like fire, ice, life drain, mana drain. So nothing Nothing too significant other than just the death damage. Supplies, about 2,500 strong manas, around 50 supremes for, tougher pulls, but not too many. Charms, I put dodge on Midnight Asura on lower level because I want to avoid their mana drain as much as possible, because that mana drain really sucks. Once you're a bit higher level, I would switch that on to an offensive charm as well. And I have freeze low blow on Dawnfire on the Hellspawn. I don't remember the order and which is best. I think maybe low blow is better on Dawnfire, whereas freeze is better on Hellspawn, but it's not that important. And the character in the video is my EK from a year ago, which at the time was level 450, and I believe it had 125 axe skill with loyalty. And I did not have any praise active, and I had freeze and low blow active on Dawnfire and Hellspawn. So let's look at the route. So if you look, this right here is where you enter, right? This is the TP right there. So normally when I enter, I go straight down to -2, which is this part here, and I do 2 pulls in there. I do 1 pull right here, and I go up and I do another pull up here. Once you're higher level, I think you can probably just do 1 single pull in this room, but it's going to be a big one. Once those 2 are done, I go out, go up, and then I go somewhere around here, sort of killing and kiting monsters and attacking them as I go. Then I end up here, do a big pull here. And then same, I'm going, attacking monsters as I go, killing some on the way, getting here, doing a pull here. Then going up here, doing a pull here. Then I go down here. There's a hole where if you go down, I think there's 5 Dawnfire Asuras and a Hellspawn, so I also go down and kill them. After that, I get out here and go south, then I go east, again killing and hitting everything as I go to end up doing this pull right here. Once that is done, I go back west to the south, then I do a big pull, pulling loads of monsters here, where I finish around there, do another pull around here, then I go to the west and north, do another pull here, then I go to the east and north, pulling everything along with me, hitting it as I go, going all the way to the entrance by the TP and finishing in a pull here. And that's it. And then I go again back to -2 to this area and I kill those. And that's the whole loop that I do. I hunted this place a fair bit. It's pretty fun. The biggest problem obviously is that it's always taken, which is a bit rough, but hey. Yeah, so that's what I have for you. I'm now going to show you the video. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.